Are we on? We are. We're on. Hello, everyone. That was weird. It was all out of focus and then snapped into focus as I went, are we on? Are we on? We are. Hello, everyone. So, number 269 today and number 270. It's our first ever double bill. So we're doing All the President's Men now, and then I'll stop streaming, change everything round, come back on again. Hello, Hazel.
Hello.
Just explaining, it's our first ever double bill. There'll be about 10-minute break, I think, in between. I'll basically come off, change my picture, and then come straight back on again. That's what we'll do for the double bill. Yeah, so I've just got changed like about 5 seconds ago into something a little bit more comfortable. So I've got crap t-shirts on and pyjama bottoms. Off to Bristol at 5 a.m, so not sure you can stay for it all. Oh, don't worry about it, I'm not sure I'll stay for it all. Hello, Phil. How are you?
I've already checked out.
Yeah, Kat won't be stopping for Ringu because she hates penguins.
I'll try for at least 18 minutes.
I can't see it happening. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I'm going to get too scared.
You're on port and lemonade, excellent. I'm on a Bacardi and Coke, trying to keep myself awake. Hazel says good evening. Yeah, wow.
There is no Robert Redford nudity as far as I can remember.
Well, that's good to know. I did record this when it was on, but I've decided I'm just going to watch it through iPlayer instead, which is probably easier, as it's still available. Nope, no monkey sex apparently. No monkey sex. No. So it's like Brokeback Mountain, right? It's Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman get it on during like the Watergate scandal.
You haven't even seen Brokeback Mountain.
Was that the sequel? All the President's Seamen.
No.
Oh, I haven't seen Brokeback Mountain. We'll have to do that. We'll do that live, so that you can see my face when the monkey sex starts.
There's definitely monkey sex in that one.
Definitely monkey sex. I wish I knew how to quit you.
Oh, come on!
You've not seen It's a Sin yet, Hazel? Oh my god!
Oh!
Just started watching it. Apparently, I think we did one episode, and then we stopped, and then we did the next ones just back to back right through to the end. And,
so good.
You'll cry at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
At least. It's so good, so good. So have you just seen the first episode? That's all you've seen so far. Oh, halfway through the night came on. Sorry. You should probably just carry on watching. It's a sin, to be fair. So you've not even seen the whole first episode yet. Wow. It's dead good. You won't be able to stop once you get into it. Right, what are we? 5-2. Should we do the... she's also slapping dragons with a massive sword, so she wants to kill things.
What?
I'm guessing that's a World of Warcraft thing rather than just a everyday around the house thing. It has been a shit week. It's been the longest short week of my life because we had Monday off. I only have one lesson on a Monday, so I didn't miss anything. The only thing I missed was all my time that I used to do all my work in, if that makes sense. So I've basically done a full teaching week, but just on 4 days with no time to do anything. And Reprographics pissed me off because they did a job for me, but then didn't deliver it for 2 fucking days. So there we go. And then it wasn't right when it came. The front fucking cover wasn't green; it was white. But apart from that, it's been great. Right, All the President's Men, 1976. So the same year that my mum and dad got married. Same year as Carrie and Network. Outlaw Josie Wales. Right, All the President's Men. Alan J. Pakula, 1976. The ultimate in investigative journalism pictures. That was easy for me to say. The Scoop of the Century, as written by William Goldman and directed by Alan J. Pakula, continually pleases for the entertaining intelligence at work. It's among the most gripping, deft, and utterly compelling of thrillers, and this despite being based on well-known facts whose conclusion is never in doubt. Yes, we all know what happens in the end. Following a break-in at the Watergate complex, Washington Post newspaper reporter Bob Woodward, Robert Redford, attends the low-key arraignment of the burglars and sniffs a mystery, defying men in the corridors of power with the support of editor Ben Bradley, Jason Robards, winning the first of his 2 consecutive Oscars, and the melodramatic tipster Deep Throat, Hal Holbrook, I didn't realise it was that kind of film, doggedly get the goods on dirty tricks, electioneering, and its shameful cover-up conspiracy, ultimately leading them all the way to the White House and the ignominious resignation of President Richard Nixon. What's wrong with today?
Spoiler alert!
A satirist couldn't have concocted better villains than Creep, the committee to re-elect the president, and its schemers in this sorry story turned into a hopeful, heroic crusade, the real Woodward and Bernstein benefiting ever after from their identification with the decidedly more lustrous Redford and Hoffman. Frank Wills, the security guard who discovered the break-in at the Watergate complex, plays himself in this film. So there we go. That's
Who plays himself?
the security guard who discovered the break-in. There we go. Jason Robards never ages either. He just always looks the same age in everything. Like how old he is in Parenthood is how old he is in every film that he's ever been in, whether it was made before or after. So, never seen this. Obviously, because this is why we're doing it. Not really sure why. I think it's because I had a period of time in kind of like my late teens, 20s, where I decided that I didn't really like Robert Redford. I don't even know why. I just was like, no, he's rubbish, isn't he?
No, Robert Redford.
And it turns out he's not. He's dead good, isn't he? Meryl Streep, however, still overrated, and E.T. still shit. But apart from that, everything else is possibly changed. Right, so about a minute to go. Need to get my timestamp ready as well. Remotes in hand. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's one of those. It's one of those that you think you should watch, but when do you watch it? It's not a Saturday night film, is it? You're not like you've not just had a takeaway and it's 9:30 at night on a Saturday and you go, oh, let's turn off Alan Carr's bloody takeaway game show and stick All the President's Men on.
Yeah, that sounds
And then,
good to me.
And then when it's on TV, it's on at like 11:15 at night on a Tuesday. So who's stopping up for that? Right, if we're ready, let me sort out my my timestamp. Right, here we go. So, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and play. There we go. Starts with the nice, as time goes by.
I should probably
Start.
pay
You should
attention.
probably put your headphones in that we spent 20 minutes trying to connect up. There we go. Although it's very grey now and quiet, and it feels like I've accidentally paused it, even though I've not. There we go. That's why. Oh, it's like, look at that. It's like proper close-up of paper. I quite like Alan Carr. I like his interior design program. Did it just say, here comes the President's helicopter number 1? The helicopter's got a different name. Obviously the plane's Air Force One. And the helicopter's something else. I did see it, Phil, yeah. Somebody's got sacked because of your screenshot there. Can't tell the difference between Frodo and Bilbo. So this is when was Watergate? Was it 74? because obviously this was made in '76, so this is quite contemporary. Do you know what I mean? It's like quite soon after. Even if it was '72, I don't know when it was. When was it? I don't know when it was. Sarah's not here tonight. She's having a tea out. Or these are the questions I ask that she Googles when I ask them.
What's that?
I said, Sarah's not on tonight. She's out for a tea. And usually I ask questions like, when was Watergate? When was Watergate? Knowing that she'd Google them whilst I'm asking. But I've got no one to do that. I'll have to do it myself.
Oh, dear.
When was Watergate? I like these President Watchmen, and I really like the fact that we don't. It's not like, oh, we'll just see him from the back. I like the really terrible kind of almost like plastic face that the actor's got on playing him. Yeah, so 72 to 74, and then he resigned in 74. So it is, fairly soon afterwards. There you go, 17th of June 1972. Thank you, Hazel. Oh, we should have watched it on the 17th of June, shouldn't we? That's what we should have done. Things that are, I like, and Jason Robards as Ben Bradley, like, you know who he is. But you probably would at the time, because it was only 2 years afterwards. 4 years afterwards. Yeah, anything that's historical, we shall find out what date it's actually on and watch it on that date in future. Anything that's true. Screenplay by William Goldman. Soft spot for William Goldman just because he wrote The Princess Bride. I love a 70s thriller. Stuff like The French Connection. So remember to keep our eyes out for the security guard that discovers the break-in. Unit 1 to Unit 2, great code names there. Unit, what should we call ourselves? There's 2 of us. Unit 1, and you be Unit 2? No, it's Base 1 to Unit 1. I wonder if there's more than one base. If there isn't more than one base, then probably just Base would have done. Base to Unit 1. There's lots of close-ups like it's Thunderbirds. You know, like Thunderbirds are all puppets, but then somebody put something in the pocket and it was a close-up and it's someone with hands doing it. It felt a little bit like that. Yeah, exactly. It should be Broadsword calling Danny Boy, but it's not. It's Base 1 calling Unit 1. Is Team 1 there? Because of the balcony, it looks like he's got a half string vest on. They've got the oldest burglars in the history of the world to carry out the burglary as well. I mean, cops just, like, undercover cops just had a different kind of dress code back in the 70s as well.
Well, they were blending in with the fashion.
You do. Drop that jacket down. This looks like the same office that Fletch works in Fletch. Absolutely love Jack Warner. Do you remember Crazy Like a Fox on ITV back in the 80s? My favourite TV show, Crazy Like a Fox. Absolutely loved it. Friday night, 8 o'clock. Had a great theme tune as well. Why is his shirt covered in shit? Midnight Caller was 80s. If my mum and dad went out, we had to go and stay at my grandma and granddad's. Midnight Caller. Clearly, we're too young to watch it, but we stayed up and watched it anyway. And Airwolf, superb as well. That's Saturday morning. I do like Redford's brown suit there as well. Oh, love Moonlighting as well. See, Manimal, he's only like about 8 episodes long, Manimal. But I remember it being like on for ages. And I also remember it being really good, even though apparently it's proper shit. Do you remember Automan as well? I think Automan just had one series and it was on like a Saturday at about 5 o'clock on BBC One. And I think, was it Desi Arnaz Jr. was in it? I'm sure it was somebody's famous son, like it was Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz's son in it. I'm sure it was. I remember just thinking he had like a car that was like amazing, Automan, and it was clearly terrible. Yeah, I used to write the pools down. We've not gone like straight into it as well. It's like it starts with the burglary. It looks like a really young Samuel Jackson sat in the background there, but it clearly isn't. It does look a bit like him. Good, some of the oldest burglars that have ever been put together. All sorts of terrible shit went down before this. They were the only one. They were just the first ones to get caught. Oh he's doing his listing face, look. There you go.
Mm.
Jack Warner was another one who never aged. Although I'm assuming he dyed his hair in later days. You can see already that films like Spotlight owe this like a huge debt. You can tell he's a journalist because there's just big piles of paper everywhere in his house. Literally had a pad and a pen right close to the. You can tell he's a professional. That'd have been me. I'd have been going, hang on, searching around for ages. Got different coloured pens and everything to circle things with. What's the number? 456. It's like, oh, it's one of those numbers, is it? 789. Can we hold the phone? It's like a weird, cool way to hold the phone. Fingertips. But now he's got a pencil. Clearly a professional. Is that Robert Redford's real handwriting? Is that his real hand? I didn't know who Charles Colson was, to be fair. That was almost like it was a spoof then. That's a nice shot. Almost looks like it's not real behind him. Good God. It's definitely not Robert Redford's hand, is it? Doing the drawing. God, that man there is so close to him, he's almost in him. Getting a top up. I really like this. I really like him asking the questions. It's literally just on the phone. You see the pad and him writing things down. You don't get scenes like this anymore. What else you got? Get that collar. It does. You ever get stuff like that, do you? You never get the mistakes. It's like any minute now he'll walk out and he'll get his cardigan pocket stuck on a door handle. I mean, to write a line like that as well. Look how hairy his arm is. Perhaps there is monkey sex in this after all. There's some wonderful old style typewriters as well knocking about.
I like his outfit.
I like, oh yeah, he's Robert Redford's style in this is great. Dustin Hoffman though looks like he could have been in The Hobbit. Surely in the 70s as well, this office would be filled with smoke. Everyone would be smoking. I mean, it feels a little bit like Clark Kent's going to walk in at any moment. That kind of open, it's very Daily Planet, open plan. I'm hoping that the Washington Post offices really look like this. That they just recreated them completely. straight away, love it. A film now, even though it's based on true life, that'd be going for like a good 45 minutes then when they're at one another. Just like that. Right, I need to see what the real Woodward and Bernstein look like. This would be Anne Hathaway nowadays. Where are we? There we go. So almost the same haircut for Dustin. There we go. But bloody hell, Bob Woodward has fallen on his feet, hasn't he? With Redford. I think that dress is in every 1970s film that's ever been made. Why? Hello, White House Library. Howard Hunt sounds like a comedy name. Another pro, he can talk on the phone and type at the same time. There's a hat stroke coat stand there, not a single hat or coat on it. It's 4, 5, 6. It's like literally watching our entire political bloody just deny it happened, but just deny it. We all saw it happen, but just deny it happened. Dustin's funny little walk there. They get special like baby clothes for Dustin Hoffman when he's in a film. You go, there's always a class of schoolgirls leaving somewhere. See, in real life, though, Dustin now would be saying to Robert, you slow down a bit. Why are you walking so quick? And you go, I'm not walking quick, I'm just tall and my strides are longer. Some good old-fashioned detective work.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, this entire scene would just be a quick Google. The camera wouldn't even have time to get this high for the quick Google. But look how we're making this look more dramatic than it is with a bit of music and a really high camera. It's a library. It's dramatic. They're looking at some cards. Ba-ba-ba-bow. Here he is, Jason Robards, looking 74, like he does in every film he's ever in. Always surprises me he's called Jason. It seems like a young man's name, and Jason Robards has always looked old. Bloody hell, I'm knackered already. It's still 2 hours until Ringu goes on. Is there anything more dramatic than watching some men watching another man read something in silence?
Mm.
I saw his name came up as producer, but I didn't know he didn't want to be in it. Happens a lot, I believe. There's someone else I'm thinking he just wanted to produce and ended up being in it. I'll tell you who it is. It's John Hannah with the original Rebus TV show. His production company bought the books, and they only got the money to film them if he would be Rebus, even though he said, I'm too young to be Rebus. And they said, well, you've got to play him anyway. So we did, and all the critics went, oh shit, he's too young to be Rebus. And eventually they remade him with Ken Stott. Not slightly the same as Robert Redford being in All the President's Men, but similar sort of thing. It's just the same day because he's had the same suit on for a week if it isn't. And the shirt. Just feels like it's been a longer period of time. The light's too bright in my bloody face. turn that down, I think. He was too young for Rebus. But he did know that as well. There we go. Although my lighting's made mad. Is that deep throat then? Better, kind of. I've always been, because I love the book so much. I've never liked any of the. I didn't like Ken Stott either, so I didn't watch them. I find that they simplified the Rebus books. What I liked about the Rebus books, what I like about the Rebus books, is it's so intricately plotted. A lot of the times, I'd be like halfway through, and nothing had happened, even though loads of stuff had happened. If that makes sense. So the TV show really disappointed me. Do you know what? So it is Deep Throat Line, is it? There you go. Little did he know that he lived in Salford. But yeah, loved them. Loved. I read them in order as well. Started with the first one, worked my way through. And proper got me into kind of like Scottish tartan noir. Bit of Stuart McBride. There is something lovely about a 70s film. The looks of it, the colours, the soundtrack. It was already stopping when he shouted taxi then, to be fair. Nice triple double garage there. That's clearly got some shit in it. It's like you just got a shot about a man walking down some stairs. Here we go. Bit of Deep Throat. I almost said a bit of Deep Throat action then and decided not to, just in case. Do any children watching? I mean, we're already at number 269, or not 269, that is the question. It's all very X-Files now, isn't it?
Because I saw X-Files before I watched this, and I'm like, oh, it's like the Smoking Man.
Where are you? Stood right in front of you. Can he? It is, yes. It is Hal Holbrook. Oh, excuse me. Came from nowhere, that. There's a whistler knocking about. Nothing worse than a bloody whistler. Obviously, you know, despots and dictators are worse than whistlers. He is. Bloody love Magnum Force. Miles better than Dirty Harry, Magnum Force. I think we've had this discussion before. It's like David Soul's like the. It's like, you know, you get Superman and then you get Bizarro, who's the same but the opposite. David Soul was like Dirty Harry's Bizarro. I love that it's called Creep. I mean, that's a real name for like the re-election, the campaign for the re-election of the president. They called it Creep. Always follow the money. Mexican checks. That terrible picture of that cyclist behind him there. It's also a time when men wore ties, even for a picnic in the park, and the tie was huge, like it was a bib. But yeah, he had a tiny little cup to his thermos flask. Big ties, tiny thermos flask cups. It has that very much. We watched Taxi Driver. We talked about how Scorsese doesn't have like a flashy style. He just films and he makes it look like really easy, like you could film it. This is the same, but yet every shot is like that. That's beautiful. That looking through that kind of like office door with the door open, and that shot there with a silhouette. But it's just like he's pointed the camera at it. But you know, if you try to do it, it'll look shite. Ringu is a horror, yes. It's The Ring. I thought you would be. You can't just skip all the horrors, though, Hazel. What's a cheat? Skipping all the horrors? Oh, did you see that? Two of the old ones are on TV this week. So the Oxbow incident is on Talking Pictures TV on Wednesday the 27th at 3:15. And Double Indemnity is on Wednesday the 27th on Great exclamation mark Classic Movies at 6:25, I think, something like that. He's back, look, it's all just a big con. Yes, those are the ones. Love a bit of Ned Beatty there. Yeah, I set to record already. Because the Oxbow incident, you can't get anywhere. You'd have to buy it on DVD. It's not to rent or to stream or anything. Love Ned Beatty. Was it only last year he died? It's only a couple of years back. Was it last year? Year before? This is 2 years before he was Otis in Superman. Ned Beatty's another one who, even though he looks the same, he's different in every film he's in. Bango! Le Banque. That's Darberg. We're going to see him. There we go. Don't recognise him. I was looking at the Minneapolis one, was just like right there. Phone books, bloody hell. Straight to him. It was the do you remember the old like science shows where like a big pencil had come in and point at a ladybird, or like just the tip of a finger? That was like that then. We do. Love the backgrounds. There's so much going on. It does have a very special way of holding a phone, Redford. It's all fingertips. I'm just a normal man. An innocent man. Daddy should have snapped his pencil, Ben. Snap my pencil. Who's he phoning now? This special phone technique. He's got his hand right round it now. He must be in business. And he swapped hands to do the number. He's back to just fingers. Hello? Just like that. Not who are you, what's it about? The drama from just a phone call. Bloody, the hair coming out of Redford's cuff there as well. An orangutan. Did it again, the whole calling by the wrong name. Tiny little story. Yes. Get a top up. Love a scene where just a lot of men just talk over one another. Let's go round again. It's weird, isn't it, how often it happens? It really is. You can always tell a good editor as well who wears his glasses here. I can't even get mine to stick. I don't know how people do it. He's got them up there. That's why. There you go. Can't see out. Plus my forehead would make them all greasy. Don't get it. When people wear it in the hair and then put them on. But see, I do. Because they're fucking crooked. That's why. And always have been. There you go. Washington's so criminally immoral that he has to take his bloody wheel off his bike. Oh, yawning again. I decided Bacardi and Coke, thinking it would keep me awake. Have I said this already? Get a Sudoku in. That's what they want. The Coke should be keeping me awake. So it was a joke nickname. That's it. Get some luck. Yeah, isn't it? You know, when people moan about spoilers, the ultimate spoiler is knowing how it all works out and still waiting. So she will. She doesn't look like a Philip. Sorts of hands on hips while standing around as well. There's bloody thousands of them. Bow. Great soundtrack. Bow. Almost looks like dinky toys, those cars. Bow. It's Jim Bowen. Super smashing, great. Watergate. This is what you could have won. No. Woohoo. Will you call? Dustin Hoffman with the Robert Mitchum method of smoking a cigarette while stalking. It's raining. I love that it's called Creep and it's true. What films nowadays would you get? You'd get this as a montage, but it'd be so much quicker than this. It just proper takes its time. You people. Ooh. Bloody hell, it's like when you invite the Jehovah's Witnesses in. You've not asked a name. I mean, short little scenes as well. I mean, it must have took them hours to set up that tiny little scene there in that bloody cafe canteen thing, and it lasted like not even 30 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. Love this music. Ba, 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 ba. Boil.
Oil.
There's always a boil. Wimpole. Ugh, bloody cyclist picture. Okay, Robert's sat there as well. Here's my package. Delegates, not delegates. Get the balloons out. Look, it's one of those TVs where you tune it in to change the channel as well, with like a little.
We had the exact same TV, but then Mark's friend peed on it, and we never.
Well, if Mark's friend ends up watching this on the internet, you do owe the cat's dad what back then $5 probably Canadian dollars as well, so about 74p.
Yeah.
This could be a shot from Halloween. That tiny little Dustin Hoffman there knocking on the door. Hello. Shister. Well, not borrow, because surely he's not going to give it back. Big collar, big tie knot, big hair. Ooh. Well, you're getting a coffee, so you might as well. Who is that? So yes. at the material on that couch. Nightmare to keep clean. Kids have the grey-black couch. No one cares. Positive. Yes, witch people. There we go. It's proper washed out. Until it turns out it wasn't legal. Oh, it's great being able to nip to the loo and still be able to hear the film.
Mm-hmm.
So you've not missed anything. Can you imagine being American? Right, this happening. This film was then made in 1976, and just 40 short years later, they elect Donald Trump to be president. Christ knows what was going on behind it. If this comes out of Nixon, is that like special paper? Is that to stop it from slipping? Those red. What's that for?
What?
The red stripes on the paper. Is that to stop it from slipping?
Um.
Because they don't type in between it. If we've seen it where they type
Mm,
into it, so
it might be to line up the rollers on the typewriter.
there you go. It's so that they type within the margins. Mitchell, you are. True. Stop. Yeah. I'm talking to the film that no one else can hear. Done a hair. Is it going to work? Ooh. It was more than 50,000. It worked. So this must be the real footage, yeah? Yeah, he did. Absolutely did. There's been very little of this in daytime, to be honest.
Well, yeah, because everyone's at work during the day, so they got to
That's a good
interview
point.
people
That
at
is a
night.
good point. Yeah. This is a very uncomfortable chair. He did though, didn't he? Everyone ties a very neat tie. It always goes slightly below the belt though, which I never endorse. Proper playing here. Very difficult. This has got to be filmed in like real newspaper office, right? Because to dress a set like that is an art form. Yeah, yeah, we are, yeah. What's wrong with me? Jesus. It's true then. See, Dustin doesn't even use his fingertips with the phone. It's a family newspaper. We all know how many children read newspapers. How much can you tell me about Deep Throat? It's turning. Well, it's in months. Run that baby. Just did a little dance there as he was walking out. It's a proper, beautiful, slow burner. Takes its time, nothing flashy, but you can't stop watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even 100% sure what's going on, to be fair.
What's that?
So I'm not even 100% sure what's going on, to be fair.
I'm paying attention.
Well, I'm paying attention. So don't really give a shit. That's what it is. Agnew. Bloody hell. All vice presidents are knobheads. Blah, 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 blah. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Heh heh, heh heh. I can't get over it being called Creep. It's very good, this one. I mean, I'm on the verge of. I don't know. I'm going to make it through Ringu, but we'll have to give it a bloody good go. I'm so sorry, Hazel. Oh. Left, left. It does, doesn't it? It does almost feel like a documentary. Dustin Hoffman there in that kind of natural position. Hello, and the mouth of Sauron. Coordinates heads. I think that's what the head coordinator does. 70s music there. Blah, blah, blah. It's like a giant tortoise shell just propped up against the wall there. Stuff. Nobody ever knows what they did. So awful. He's basically smoking in virtually every scene, isn't he, Dustin Hoffman? Look at that photograph on the wall. We're back in the X-Files. This is the second time Deep Throat's turned up. Really? He only died last year, Hal Holbrook. He was 95. He was in Grey's Anatomy.
Sorry.
One episode of Grey's Anatomy, Hal Holbrook.
Yeah, that makes sense. Everyone's in there.
Shadowless. It's saying rat fucking, it keeps making me laugh. Blim, 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 blim. He is. He's in Fletch Lives. He was. He's the villain in Fletch Lives, like the religious guy, isn't he? He was in Wall Street. Of course he bloody was. The fog. He's in loads of bloody things. Christ. Capricorn 1. On and on.
Batman. No, 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 no.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, he disappeared like Batman.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Okay,
It's
sorry.
just she was singing the song, so I said I didn't know what was going on.
Okay.
Listen to the noise of those shoes. Foley artists certainly living there. Run, Bob, run. Just shoes and just ominous music. Nobody there. Paranoia. Look at that woman's hair and glasses. Another fag. Just tell me. Bloody Canadians get mentioned everywhere, don't they? Boom, boom, boom. Good. It's the old. I'm going to have to watch Redford films now to see how he holds phones in all of them. Is he a finger holder at all times? Is he ever on the phone in Winter Soldier? To see. Boom, phone down. It's a non-denial. It's the Johnson playbook. The bloody tension here is unreal. Having what? Wife and a family and a dog and a cat. And a dog and a cat. A wife and a family and a dog and a cat. Nice. Is this the first ever scene in a film in McDonald's? Is this the first film with a McDonald's tie-in? Did they do Happy Meals with toys of Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman? Dustin Hoffman's toy was obviously life size. Let's just do some secret acting now. Just doing this and get your head right into shot. Secret acting. Don't want you to know what I'm talking about or anyone else to hear. Let's do it. Secret acting. No. There he is. Terrible hiding in the undergrowth there with the shadow in the window. That'll be a no. Right, second question. Inquiry. Boom.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Uh-uh. But he's running. He's running anyway, which is just normal speed of a walking man. Dustin Hoffman with his little legs. The old. Is that a painting of Pavarotti in the background there?
It's there, we're here. What's her running? Ba ba ba. Shit. Tense. Lying bastard. I love that car park. I love those cars. They're all in exactly the same spot as they were in before as well, including that Volkswagen Beetle there, blocking in that other car. I mean, it's possibly the same shot. I think they have. I think they've used the same shot there. Just a different soundtrack over the top. Because they're about 2 hours apart, you forget. Not talking about it. Ooh. So yes then. There you go. Hoffman's doing his running walk again. How empty Washington is. She's ming at the film, I'm assuming, not just doing a impression of a dairy cow. It's a very long headline.
Starsky Hutch part there. Ba-bow. Is he still there? What's he out? I love these car park bits. The noise of the footsteps, the lighting. Chicken shit. Jimmy Cricket there. Come here. There's more. Oh, the old turn up the radio trick. Well, there's no need to turn up the radio if you're going to just type your answer. Hello, Vukama. How are you? I'm okay. I'm a bit tired. Eyes like piss holes in the snow, but I'm alright. Yes, it should be. It should be a good one. I'm hoping. It's going to be very long and very tiring, but yeah. Movie's really good. All the President's Men. It's one of those that we can't actually believe we've never seen before. And in about 25 minutes' time, we're going to do Ringu, which I may or may not fall asleep during, but
you know, that's half the fun. Yeah, she's here. Say hello.
What?
I said say hello.
Who's saying hello?
Vukama wants to know if I'm watching with you.
Hi!
Not Ringu though. She won't watch Ringu with me.
It's too scary.
Oh no, she's not Mrs.
I'm a mister. You call me Mr. Ferns.
Mister. Yeah, she's a Miss Ferns. The lighting there is brilliant. Cool. Thank you for popping on saying hello.
Bye.
Oh, he's going to get mad.
I wouldn't want to piss him off.
It's all very, it's all very Halloween houses. Why has he not turned round yet and gone back in? He's still facing the way where they were stood.
Well, he's just collecting his thoughts.
Just for drama purposes. That's a great ceiling that with the lights. So is it during his second term that he had to resign then?
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out the years. So we're in January 73 now, aren't we? Bloody crooked-haired bastard. But is that Hail to the Chief, that? Meanwhile, little type in the background, it's Ace. It's nice to see that Robert Redford types like me. Wow. April 12th, 74. Are we going to get April 22nd? No, skip straight to June the 4th. I love this, where we're getting the exposition here at the end. Who the bloody hell types that quick? Won't resign. There you go. I'm assuming that's the end. It is. What an excellent film. I should point out I was calling Jack Warden Jack Warner all the way through. Jack Warden. There you go, Frank Wills, played by Frank Wills. Right, so that is all the President's Men done. I'm going to stop the stream. I'm going to change what I need to change. Change my poster. Change the 269 to 270. Change the name. Get another drink, and then we'll be back for Ringu on BFI Player, which you may or may not join me for, but that's absolutely fine. Thank you for the company, everyone.
Bye.
And possibly see you again soon. Bye bye.